have ripened. Shall I harvest them? Good enough. It's mine! All mine! Next is laying the rice out to dry. All right, get nice and dry for me. Here we go!
I accept.
This year's harvest was splendid indeed. To think we once struggled so desperately.
Yes, those Kappa went above and beyond. Their debt is wholly repaid, to be sure. Perhaps I'll give them a token of my thanks.
I believe Kappa have a taste for cucumbers.
Cucumbers, you say? The ones that grow on this island are too bitter to be given as gifts.
Why not sell your excess rice and buy some cucumbers?
I seem to gain power when the rice is cleaned. So if we find ourselves with more than we can eat, selling what remains is a smart option.
Lady Kamuhitsuki, for my part, we will need to put a brand on the rice.
A brand?
Let us gather up, everyone. It may be easier to think of something if we put our heads together.
Well, it was harvested here on Hinoi, so just call it Hinoi rice or whatever.
Too obvious. Next.
What about Fruit of Diligent Study? This name tells the story of a group who overcame every hardship in a distant and unfamiliar land to build a fortune in rice.
Too convoluted. Make it simpler. Next. A goddess made it, so how about godly rice? The ones buying it are also gods. Next!
Sakuna Antemba.
I have no clue what you're saying. Next!
Quit relying on us and think of something yourself then.
True. I was foolish to rely on peasants for an intellectual task like this. I'm a master wordsmith after reading all 1,200 volumes of Oborozuki Koshi's A Tale of Unrequited Love. Our race is clearly the best in all the lofty realm, so our brand should have the word heavenly in it. Heavenly... rice... That's it! How about Revered Ears of Heaven? Revered Ears! What?
Revered ears, huh? Not bad.
It's easy to remember.
I like it too.
How dare you!
Revered Ears is fine. It may not sound agricultural, but it has a certain ring to it. Such a brand suits you perfectly, Lady Sakuna.
You think so? Well, in that case, I suppose I can make peace with it.
Henceforth, our rice will be sold in the capital as Revered Ears. Now we can obtain items that are not endemic to this island.
Yeah! Something about the way this played out makes me feel like I was steamrolled.
That is all. Everything is proceeding smoothly, and the capital's security shall be unshakable at the dawn of its completion. All shall be as you desire, Lady Kamuhitsuki.
Splendid work, Princess Kokoroa. Your report has surpassed my expectations. The other gods sing your praises as well. Hereafter, I will leave this matter entirely in your hands. If you require funds or resources, you may request them without hesitation.
Yes, my lady. My gratitude is boundless.
Still, to think you had such finesse hidden within you. Have you been skulking about in someone else's shadow this entire time?
No, I cannot attribute my previous impression to anything but my own shortcomings.
I see. All has turned out for the better, so I can scarcely object to your growth. You are dismissed. It is time for my meal. I eagerly await the revered ears Princess Sakuna has been sending as of late. The brand is esteemed throughout the capital. When we luxuriate in wealth, that abundance extends even to the lowly realm. Such is the work.
Sakuna's? Lady Kamuhitsuki, I apologize, but there is one more thing I would like to test.
Oh, welcome back. You have a guest.
god from...
Well, I am unfamiliar with their dialect, so I'm afraid I could not say.
It's been quite some time, old friend. Have you been in good health? This one's ilk are accomplished guardians, but speaking is less their forte. I shall interpret.
That went clear over my head.
It seems something has happened at the capital.
A new brand of rice is competing with ours in the capital, you say?
Oh, now that is interesting.
Less interesting and more beggars belief. The lofty realm continues to reap the same inferior harvests as ever. For a long time now, the harvest gods have solely grown beans or barley, with only enough rice to fulfill Lady Kamahiski's tribute.
Which is exactly why you were able to maintain your status, merely by offering your mother's superior rice stores.
Oh, let us leave past transgressions be. In any case, I cannot fathom how any of their rice could compete with our revered ears.
Is this the rice in question?
Hey, big guy! Come and cook it!
This is more than just similar.
This is our revered ears, is it not?
So it seems.
What is the meaning of this?
Ours is delicious. But
This batch has a peculiar aftertaste.
Precisely. So you noticed too. Those who buy this rice are struck by its aftertaste, compelling them to eat it to the exclusion of all other varieties.
this is beginning to sound sinister.
The seeds, soil, and water all contribute to the flavor of rice. It is therefore impossible to create the same flavor in different lands.
In other words, this rice is our revered ears, but altered in some mysterious way.
Looking closer, there are tiny grains of another rice mixed in. There must be some trick to them.
Who would do such an underhanded thing? Who made this rice?
Princess Kokorowa? You have had a long, arduous journey. Thank you for telling us of the rice.
Tama, I'm returning to the capital.
But Princess...
I know full well what I'm doing. Kokorowa is my one and only friend. I cannot rest unless I question her in person.
I understand, but you must not allow... Can you promise that you will sneak in...
And have your blessing then? Yes, I vow to come right back.
Now, that out of the way. This one shall guide you.
good enough. Whew, this is rough work. Manual labor at its worst. This is good enough. It gleams so brilliantly. Now this is white rice. My awe-inspiring talent impresses once again. Bask in my divinity, humans.